Thanks for stopping by. Today I want to talk about the Corvette as usual, but a little bit differently. You know, one of the most important things I was able to have for my Corvette, and that's a garage. I don't, you buy an older car, whether it's a Corvette or whatever, you're going to have to work on it. And it's really nice if you have an opportunity to have a garage that you can leave it in full time when you need to, be able to work on it, fix it, and so forth. And there's nothing more important to me. I could hate to give this up without a garage. Now, don't get me wrong. I worked on a lot of cars in the driveways, on the grass, wherever it took to fix something, changing whatever it needed, an alternator, a starter, whatever it took, you kept your car running. But it is so nice to have a garage. And that's one of the things I want you to think about. If you're looking for a C4 Corvette, they're already old. So there's no doubt about it, you're going to be working on them. And if you're not mechanically inclined, you might even stay away from it. But if you are, you need to consider where you're going to keep it, how are you going to work on it, and where you're going to get the tools to do it. That's what we're going to talk about today, what my garage is, and share some of the things that I have in here. And hope you enjoy it. Okay, let's face it, you know, number one thing you have to have is tools, you know, and you have to be able to load up your tools, have a place for your tools, and easy access to them. So when you're working on your car, it doesn't take a scientist to understand what I'm saying here. You need to have your tools. Now, one of the easiest ways to do that is you start making your collection of tools when you need them. Every time you're working on the Vett or any other car and you come across you need a particular socket to get to that spot, if you don't have it, you go down and you buy that socket, or you buy the set that gets that socket that you can use. There, you're using it, you need it, that's why you got it. So as you build your supply of products, all your wrenches and sockets and all that, you start building them up right from the get-go, and you only buy what you need when you need it. I'm not going to go through all my toolbox. There's 1,000 good videos on what tools you should have in setting it up. But an easy way to start that, if you're beginning in this, is to buy what you need when you need it. So if you're working on something, you need the socket that fits that 3/4, whatever it is, go buy a set or that socket, and then you accumulate every time you go down and you buy. Other than just buying a slew of stuff, spending a lot of money, and you know you're using everything else that you just bought because you had it on the car that you needed to fix. Okay. You know, soon after I built the garage, I built this workbench right at the same time. You need a place to be able to take things apart, fix things someplace that's solid, where you got your vice grip, your vice here, you got lights here, you got a power outlet, and you put all your stuff against your pegboard on the back, so it's easy and quick handling. So if you're working on something, you need to take it apart, there's nothing beats being able to have the wrench ready to go, take it apart and fix it. That's a great feeling, because you're going to do things on the Vett. You're going to take things off, you're going to have to look at them, make sure they work, and this gives you an opportunity to do that, and you feel safe and comfortable. And if you've seen most of my videos that I've done anything in the garage, you've seen this workbench in operation quite a few times. Okay, this is probably my favorite place in the garage. This is where I do all my thinking. Nice, easy chair, like office setting. I have this desk here. I can calculate things out. I can figure things out. I also figure out what's the next show. And how nice is that to figure out in the next video when you're in the garage, you're right next to your Vett, you're seeing a display of things that make you feel good about what's happened. There's some history pictures here. And it's just what you'd want to do. You'd want to have a spot that you can do this. Now I'm fortunate enough to make it. It doesn't even have to be big. It just has to be here. The other thing you need is you need a stereo system for your garage. I know everybody's got an old stereo that they can bring out and put in their garage, but you need music in your garage. When you're working on something, nothing beats the music. You know, it's kind of funny, because if you're working on something, you're excited, you can hardly get to it, you want hot music. And then, you know, when I'm working on, say I'm working on wiring, a little more nerve-wracking, a little more mellow music, make it happen. So you can have this atmosphere in your garage anytime you want it. Stereo, yeah, it's important. I think if you watch my channel, you know this corner pretty good. This is where I have all my supplies, you know. I did a video on how I keep the black car black and other things that I have in here and use. And it's important that you have a collection of materials that you use to keep the car clean, or any other chemicals that you have, all in one location. You know what works really well? I'm not all that organized guy. I know this looks like I'm organized, but I'm not all that organized. But I know if I take this out, I know it's missing, I have a spot for it. That has helped me personally a lot. So all this stuff here has a place for it. With the certain oils go up in here, and you have all your cleaning supplies there, and then you have rags, all these microfiber rags and towels that you use on a regular basis. And of course under here we got the air compressor. Those kind of things you have to have in the garage cleaning the Vett. That's why it looks good, or at least always try to keep it looking good. If you keep the dust off, the dirt off it, and it just gives you an easy opportunity to do so. Well, as you can see, the walls in the garage are every place you look. There's a memory, there's a history, or there's something that I just enjoy looking at, whether it's from the Vett or whether it's from fishing. Well, hopefully this was fun to have a little walk through my garage and share with you some of my favorite things about the garage and how I use it. Hopefully it motivates you, if you're not already doing some of these things, to get out there and show some pictures of stuff, show some history, enjoy your garage, enjoy your Vett. It all works together. I couldn't have one without the other. I'm really glad I got the Vett. I'm really glad I got a home for it. So until next time, thanks for watching. I'll see you then.